regarding Ben 10, who is the best candidate to return. I'll put my fandom aside to discuss this, as nostalgia can affect our views. Many prefer one Ben over another, but have you considered who would truly be the best? Today we'll be able to find out in an in-depth analysis of who would be the best Ben 10. Stay tuned. Let's remember that not all of them have the same aliens, the same Omnitrix, or even the same companions. Even if it seems unimportant, trust me, it is. Ben 10 from Omniverse is accompanied by Dr. Paradox, helping him undertake crucial missions that threaten the multiverse. Even though Paradox has worked with all the Bens, his partnership with Ben 10 is especially beneficial since Paradox can't interfere at certain moments in time. And yes, Ben 10 from Omniverse. He has Rook as his partner, an excellent alien, very responsible, dedicated, and who never gets Ben's hints, but we know he'll always be there to support him, even in video games. Ben from Alien Supremacy had Gwen and Kevin. Gwen is a genius alien with mana and nearly limitless powers. Many of us have forgotten, but we have the most overpowered Gwen there is. With her power, she subdued a hybrid, destroyed some Boso, and fought Ben's Supremes. Now Kevin is an omnibus who can absorb any alien's powers and stay sane over time, something that is actually a real help. The original Ben has Gwen and Grandpa Max. This Gwen was learning magic and already knew a few spells, while here Grandpa Max was a boss and an even better mentor. To avoid being stupid, I wasn't just a simple plumber when I retired. The reboot's Ben also features Gwen and Grandpa Max, but unlike before, he doesn't get as much help, does he? Gwen and Grandpa Max often disrupt the story with silly jokes and put themselves at risk. Honestly, Gwen has no powers, and Grandpa Max conceals his past as a plumber. All of this is to keep his grandchildren safe and out of danger. The Omnitrix and its aliens are what's coming up regarding the Omnitrix. We must consider its version, if it has master control, or if it upgrades the alien or user. The reboot has many options, as the Omnitrix has been updated over 8 seasons, gaining master control and Omni enhancements. A spectacular adaptation that gave the aliens an energy-charged armor, which, combined with their powers, made them almost indestructible. Although this is something that was lost with the updates. The last Omnitrix we saw gave us the Omnikix armors, a metallic version packed with a lot of power, which gave the alien a technological armor that amplified their abilities. This form had both a normal and an Omni Now version. The Omni Now version gave the aliens full power, letting any alien fly and visit new planets. An idea that looks great for a future series. The original series featured the Omnitrix prototype, which was easier to hack, break, and get into trouble with. Perfect for Ben in Alien Supremacy, he had the Ultimatrix, a cheap Omnitrix copy that gave us the most epic, supreme versions of the aliens, their ultimate forms. At the end of the saga, Asmode took it and gave him the new Omnitrix, leaving us wondering what it could be. But was this question answered in Omniverse? The new Omnitrix offered many benefits, as it was the ultimate version the creator was developing. To make it easier, only control mattered to you. Master, you know the ability to switch from alien to alien as many times as you want? Ben 10,000 has a Bi-Omnitrix that, although it doesn't work properly since it was created by his smartest transformations, allowed him to give us 2 transformations that ultimately gave us a fusion. Since it was created by Ben, it had the master control unlocked, but in reality, it still had many flaws. It makes sense to me, since Azimuth, the smartest being in 6 galaxies, took a long time to perfect the Omnitrix. In the end, it still didn't work. The fact is that when it comes to aliens, Ben 10,000 really does have a monstrous catalog. If the aliens from this event already have a greater factor of strength and wisdom given by the user himself, now imagine them in a fusion. Reparex, Four-Armed-Saurus, Crash Shocker, Humongosaur. They're almost perfect aliens. I say this because supposedly Atomic X, who was supposed to be the most overpowered alien in Ben 10, doesn't live up to the expectations of the most powerful aliens. Ben 10,000 wasn't aware of this, and it's backfired on him several times. Not all fusions surpass the originals, as the Celestial's power in Atomic X is nearly minimal. No one really cares, but the interesting part of watching Aliens is that extra factor they might have. As in Supremacy with the Supreme versions, we saw Way Big Supreme, Homungosaur Supreme, and Echo Supreme. He's probably the alien with the most overpowered attack, and it's really easy for this alien to take down anyone who stands in his way. Omninaut armors might be the strongest we've seen, and are likely close to being the strongest. The Omnitrix created these armors when it unlocked its most powerful function with its key. I actually think it's pretty cool that to transform, they spin the Omnitrix like in the ultimate version, now that it's an original function of the Omnitrix. Not only does it power up the alien in its super armor, it also lets them see data that could give them an extra advantage on top of what they already have. Remember, these armors are used by a 10-year-old Ben with little experience, unlike others who with experience could fully utilize it. The original Ben has never had, nor does he have, an upgraded form. The closest thing has been the fusions, which unfortunately have been the bad ones. These harmed the user by giving him transformations that canceled each other out, like the fried fish. But, to be honest, without control, Master, without any help, and not even Alien X, I think the way he uses aliens and the lessons this Ben learns in each fight are some of the best. Let's remember that in the multiversal wars, this Ben is always called to battle. Omniverse has the complete catalog of all the aliens and also has full use of the celestial alien. He could already get rid of all these Bens now. But it wouldn't be fun to hang out with Alien X who could make you and everyone else disappear with a snap. Although he had Scurry and received epic armor, it was eventually taken from him, and, per the story, he can't get it back. All these abilities together make him the best representative of Ben 10. Now, from everything we've seen, Ben 10,000 and the reboot have huge potential to make this new series something epic. But do your votes suggest that Omniverse should continue? Even ignoring the reboot, the over 18,000 yes votes surprised me. Omniverse Ben urgently wants your help for a comeback. The higher-ups watching these videos need to see that we're not always seeking the most nostalgic Ben or the most Ben. Cool and overpowered. Those of us who still expect something from Ben 10 are giving feedback on what we want. I hope you can participate in the next votes. I suggest sharing this video so everyone knows what's best for the new Ben 10. Comment once, twice, or even 10 times. Who do you think is the best candidate to return? I want thousands of comments with your opinions since they're the only ones that matter. In the next video, I'll have a review of a remastered video game with a bunch of epic aliens. Remember, I'm Frio10mil, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.